Hi, it's Catherine and happy Friday to you. And today I'm going to be showing you my ruffles. So my mixed ruffles of paper and fabric. So using the fabric and digital papers from Rachel at Roxy Creations as part of my design team project for my lovely journal here that I'm doing. Before then I was going to a little bit of a shop update, and also I'm just going to have a bit of an honest chat. I'm going to have a bit of a chat about real life and what it's like to be starting a new channel, and just generally how I feel about everything. So without further ado, let's have a look. Got the papers done. David's done the papers. So these are the journal papers, the add-on. You can see these nicely. This is the add-on kit to the embroideries that I made, and they're beautiful. I'm really thrilled with what he's done with these. So there's this one, and just gorgeous. I'm just thinking now, if you've got like a, you know, that as a head of your signature, you know, beginning, your main feature of. So there's that one, this one. So we've got the blue. We've like got the first three are blue and the others are in brown, in the browns and reds. So we've got this one, and he's tried to do it so that you can, you know, you've got it on a different part of the page there. So there's that one and that one, and these obviously are from my embroideries, and he's altered them and embellished them, but they've still got the snippets etc on them. There's this one, which is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So this is like the more of a brownie orange theme. So these first three are blue, and there's that one and that one. There's this one, and it's got some beautiful antique lace from my stash there. Then you've got two plain ones to go with it as backgrounds. So you've got the lace in like more of a beigey cream, and a beige wallpaper to go with it. So that makes it 8, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Can't stuck together. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 images and then 2 backgrounds. So there's 8 in total. So for those of you that have bought the digitals already of the embroidery kit, yay! We've got some lovely pages to go with that. So I'll move them out of the way there. Now, did I show these last week? I can't remember if I did or not. So I've been out and bought, I said that I was going out to buy some new spring fabrics. And these are the shabby pink, shabby chic, make beautiful shabby chic journals. They've got 3 beautiful patterned ones, and then some plain. You've got some buttons that I thought went with it, contemporary buttons, and some bulb pins, 3 bulb pins, and another one in the back somewhere there. So they're in the shop, and you know, I've done them at a really, everything that we put in the shop really is we don't charge enough, really, if we're honest. We only make a very small amount because well, I want people to enjoy crafting as much as me. So I thought, because I have used, this isn't in these particular packs, but this is some that I've been using myself from the same line of fabrics, and I finished my heart. So this is the heart that I did free machine sewing. I'm really pleased with it, and I've put some beading on there, some bigger beads so that they show up, and then I've put a small amount of beads round the bottom. I've put it in because I wanted it not to be stuck to the page, because I wanted to be able to, whoever I send it to be able to hold it and lift it up and appreciate the intricacies, because that's the whole point of doing that type of lace embroidery on the machine, is so you can enjoy it both sides. So I've put that on like that, and done some slow stitching down. I've just put a tabber on the top so I could put my eyelet in, and some lovely eyelash trim, which was perfect, which was gifted by Gina from Firefly Studio, so thank you. That's come in very useful already. And just put some linen on the back. So, and just to show you the sorts of things, and I know, you know, these would be ideal if you're making a shabby chic journal, and especially those that love working in pink, such as like Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah uses a lot of beautiful pinks in her journals, and they've still got that vintage edge to them. So pink is not always a contemporary, to be used in contemporary work. So that is my heart that's finished. So that's that one. Quickly moving on, the hair fabric. It's getting close to Easter, guys, and I showed you the big bulk of the fabric that I bought specially in. This is a lightweight upholstery fabric, and you can either have it in the mustard yellow, or the teal. It's like a light teal, light turquoise. I can't remember what we decided the colour was in the end. What was the colour, David? Teal? Turquoise? Turquoise. Light turquoise. Yeah, we're calling it light turquoise. So that is, you can have they're listed separately, so you can choose what colourway. Oh, it's stunning. And anybody that's wanting to, I've done it as quick as I can, because I thought that people might be wanting to quickly make their Easter journals, and you know, they're flat enough to go in a large letter size posting. So the yellow one, it's got 3 contemporary gold buttons on, and 3 lovely bulb pins. Each pack comes, I just put them in the shop, so 12 by 9, and I've done it that size because it will fit either US letter size or the A4 size that we use in Europe. So there is you've got your main fabric, which is upholstery fabric, and then you've got a piece of linen, and this is more of a, some of them got like a linen twill, and the others have got more, they're all in cream. This is like a linen twill fabric. So you've got a lovely piece of quite you know, sturdy thickness linen, if you want to put that on as a backing. And then you've got a piece of from my own stash of vintage lace fabric, and then with the blue, teal, light turquoise in here, you've got 3 contemporary buttons, which the button's upside down, and it's actual facts vintage, that one, but you've got 3 buttons, and you've got some tile pieces in those. I think the buttons slightly alter, like some of them have got like a yellowy colour button, and some of them have got a mixture, but they've got 3 tiles, lettered tiles in there as well. So I would very much appreciate if you were wanting that to go and get it. I bought that in specially because I thought that would be perfect. And just to quickly show you what I've made with it, so I quickly It's not finished by any means. Did I show this last week? I can't remember, you know, what I showed last week. And I've just done some wraparound on here, and it's not obviously got the signatures in yet properly, but this is it, guys. Now it was difficult to cut. It was difficult to cut because I wanted to give you as much of the bunnies as we possibly could, and so it's been cut, so you have got a decent images of these. Aren't they gorgeous? Just gorgeous feel to this. And then on the inside I've put that. Now I personally have made a mistake because I used this horrible grungy brown envelope to give it some padding, and you can see through that a bit, so be aware of that when you're making yours. And I've just, look at that, gorgeous. I've put some pockets in there, so that's just a quick. I've put some pages in there just to give you an idea, and that's to show you that colourway. And then I've got a scrap left over, so this has not really got the bunnies at the best in this bit because it's a scrap, so you know this is how it's going to be. You've got a full bunny there, and we've got a full bunny here, and that one peeking round the corner. So this was just a scrap, but just to show you the lovely colour of it. Gorgeous mustard yellow, that very they just remind me of Easter eggs, Cadbury's cream eggs. That's that bit of, I thought it looked nice on there, that's that bit of leftover stuff that I did on the scraps of soluble plastic. And then I've just, because my needle, I made a needle book. Oh, this is, whoa, that's everything that I'm going to need. A needle book, and I use it a lot. This was, oh, it's a really scrappy thing. I made it years and years ago. And I've just sort of made another little needle thing just to show you what you can do with scraps, really. And then I've got some, look at these, my faves. I'm hoarding these two vintage buttons in that little pocket of there. So there we go, that's those things. I want to say thank you to new subscribers this week, very much appreciated. Welcome to the community. We've got some lovely ladies that have been here quite a long while now, and there's more joining, and you know, everybody sort of interacts with everybody else, so that's lovely. So I thought quickly, because I did the flip through of the Renaissance journal yesterday, and as we speak, Karina, we're waiting for the courier to come and collect it. It's only morning here in the UK, so it'll probably be later today. We don't get our post, you know, till 2 PM in the afternoon. It's a right pain if you're waiting for something. Right, so let's move on with what I want to do for my journal that I'm making for my design team project. Now, I wanted to show you what has fallen on the floor. Yes, I'll have to shout David because I'm stuck in here filming. David!
Yeah?
Do you mind just picking those up? They're falling on the floor and I can't move.
Oh, these...
You know what I'm saying? I want to show you something. Oh, that's what's fallen on the floor. Oh, crack. Is there 4? No, there's only 3. Where's the other one?
I can't know.
Oh, it's here. That one didn't fall off. Typical, isn't it? So, yeah, I've started, I thought, right, make some of my mini lunch bag. I smile at these all the time. I always smile, Nola, at you saying, oh, well, they're not very big lunches that you eat in the UK. That would not do me. It'd get half a sandwich in, it'd be rubbish. But I quite like them. You know, I ordered them by mistake, and I've ended up buying more because I just like them. So I thought we're going to put 4, one in each signature. And this one I've actually just attached to a hinge. so that it can flip down like that. Now the other 3 I have put a hinge on the back out of this gorgeous thick, because I said I wanted to try and pull that, look, a nice bit of threading. Show you the different ways that I use the fabrics from Rachel. Now obviously this is out of her basic, you know, as I call them, basic linen packs, and it's gorgeous and thick. And so this is going to be my hinge. I mean, often I do them in paper, but on these I've sewn them on the side, look, so that you can, because there's a bit of writing space there. It was all, look at it, not being made right, and I just thought that was quirky, so I've left it. I didn't want to cover that. And then I've put a hinge on this side, so this one's a triple pocket. I've got anything a bit card like that I can use? I bet we haven't. So there's 3 pockets all together, that one at the top. So they're ready. I've done some other pockets, but I just want to show you them because I've incorporated the fabric as I've stitched. Okay, so we're just going to do some ruffles. Now I do them in 2 ways. I didn't want to get the machine out again for you today because you've had that once. I thought you'd be fed up. I'm fed up of seeing that machine, and plus it takes up a lot of space. So this lot I did prepared earlier in true blue Peter, and here's a true blue Peter style, and I just feed them through the machine on a string like this and then cut them. So we'll cut those up later. I've just done a long string of them, and I think both look nice. They're in the changes, I think. I've done some, let me fabrics I need now. I've done some that have got a mixture of fabric and some of Rachel's beautiful Florentine papers there. I've mixed them up and done a bit of slow stitching on. So I like to do them 2 different ways really, because I think they both give a completely different look. Now it's a good way of using scraps of fabrics and scraps of paper. So I've got these scraps that I want to use up. These are just some that David was doing some printing of some ideas, and actually this is rock formations, and I liked the way it looked. And then we've just got an assortment of papers. Don't want that one, that's from somewhere else, that's got something on. Right, so basically I'll just make a few of these so you can see how I just incorporate them both. I have got some thread, or has that gone on the floor as well? No, it's here. I've got some of my hand-dyed embroidery thread here, and I've got a needle. So away we go. Let's do a bit of this. I like to have quite a chunky needle when I'm hand sewing through fabric and paper, because some of it can be a bit chunky. So I quite like this. This is my favourite one. I'm going to use a bit of this multi-dyed pink first. I know it says DMC on there, but it's not. It's what I got from Yarndale Festival online, from the big Yorkshire Festival. I'll use this one. Big one. Okay. Okay then. So I'm going to just tear my strips down. These are from the embroideries kit, one of my favourites. I love that embroidery sampler kit. Okay, and I've got some scraps here from my own stash there, and scraps left over from out of my slow stitch pack. Oh, that's nice. You think that clashes? do we want? Oh, it's got a ruffle on it already, that. I must have already done that. Do you know what? I'm going to put a bit of that on and just slow stitch down it. That's not showing you much, is it? Let's have a look at this one. Now then. This is a nice piece. So sometimes I do them on top of each other like that, or sometimes I will move it to the side. So if there's something of particular interest I like to one side, say such as that, then I'll leave it to one side. And sometimes I will do it on a thicker piece, so that looks quite nice on there actually, so that you can see a little bit on either side. And basically I just fold them up like that, and I just think that gives a really lovely mixed ruffle. So I'm just going to do some slow stitch on here then. Okay then, so what was I going to chat about? Yes, I've thanked you for the new subscribers, and thank you very much too. There's about 5 or 6 of you that comment every single video, or nearly every single video, and I just want to say a big thank you, a heartfelt thanks really, because it has helped. It has helped knowing you guys are there, you know, and it's been a particularly tough week, and I know personally it's tough because you know, it's the anniversary of my mum passing away from 3 years ago on the 1st of March, so it is a tough week. But I've had a couple of tough weeks really with the channel, and how I feel about everything, and I just wanted to have an honest chat really, because I know that we all have our, just gonna knock this off because you're going to stick this down, so as long as you knot it off so your stitching doesn't come undone, that's the main thing. We all have things going on in our lives. We're all having to suffer this pandemic. We're all got loss of some description or hardships, and I like to make this channel as lively as I can, you know, as for somewhere where people can come and they can forget all their own troubles, and they can watch some crafting, and hopefully I make you feel a bit better. David and I make you feel a bit better, and sometimes it is a struggle, and I think I don't always, because I want it to be a nice space for you guys to come. Perhaps I put on too much of a good face, I don't know. We're struggling. We have a lot of health issues between us. We haven't seen our children, our family, grandchildren for a year now because they don't live local, and I know many others are in the same position. I do appreciate that. But you know, we still want to come on here and be cheerful and provide a bit of upliftment. And some days that's hard for us too, you know. Some days it is difficult. But why have I felt it particularly difficult this week? Well, I thought I'd explain what life is like when you decide you're going to start a new channel, I think. If you're thinking of doing it yourself, there's a good side to it. We've made some fantastic friends through this and my booktube channel, and there's some really good sides to that. The community spirit is amazing. However, it's very hard work. There you go. It's very hard work, and I'm going to change the filming schedule a little bit because it's just all too much for us both. It depends. I mean, you can just look at YouTube and think, right, I like doing a bit of crafting, and see, I'm talking and not making ruffles. I like doing a bit of crafting, and every now and then again I'll put a video on, and people can craft along with me, and some people do that, and that's enough for them, and they like doing that, and they think, right, blow it, they can like it or they don't, you know. People can come and watch it or they don't, I don't care. And in some ways that must feel great to be like that, because I wish I could be more like that, to be honest. I'm just going to put this down a bit. Because I suppose it's years of being in nursing. You can't help who you are, can you? And if you want to be, I don't ever want to make a career of this really, but I want it to be a successful channel, and I want to have enough people viewing it that makes all the hours that we put in worthwhile. That one I'm not going to frill that. I'm just going to put a frilled paper. So can you see, you just fit it to what you think looks nice. And you want your channel to grow. Even if it's, you know, to make any sort of, we're not in it for the money by any means, but it would be nice to subsidise a little bit. Now the Etsy shop, that is hard work anyway, setting that up and getting people interested in it when you're a new Etsy shop. And also, you know, you've got to be realistic. You cannot command hundreds of pounds for your journals when you're not, you know. You can when you have a very successful channel and you've got, you know, big queues for people wanting your journals. You can charge that bit more for things, but when you're new and you're just starting out, so basically we enjoy doing the shop, but we're not making, you know, by the time you've paid postage etc, we're not making much, but that's fair enough. And I don't mean to moan about that, that's our choice. But if you're a new channel, I really don't think you realise how much hard work goes into it. And this is so much harder than my booktube channel. Because there's a lot, you've got to do a lot of crafting yourself, you've got to do a lot of prep for your videos. I'll swap that for some green now. This week, for example, there's a knot at the end of that, don't want that in. You know, I've been generally trying to stick to the schedule of filming 4 days a week, and I just can't keep it up, guys, because then I've got the booktube channel as well. So moving forward, I'm going to do the Easy Makes Monday. We'll have the Tuesday sewing, of which I'm going to go back to a little slow stitch project, because really I don't think this hearts, people has not been that interested in it, one or two. And then Thursday's going to be Junk Journal Thursday. I'm not going to do the Friday wrap-ups. I'm not going to have any structure to that. I will just jump on then when I can. I will jump on and let's have a look. I haven't got any of my little bird ones, have I? Oops, put some of this. This is from Rachel's Green Meadows kit, I think. I shall jump on when I've got a flip through to show you. I'll jump on when I've got something. If there's some crafting that I thought you might be interested in and something different I'm doing, I'll jump on when I've got some stock to put in the shop. So there's going to be no set. Quite like that. It clashes, but I quite like it. I'm going to do set, you know, I'm going to do Mondays wherever I can. I'm going to bend them both together this way, look, and I think that's nice. So just, you know, you can ruffle them together, you can put straight things on, it's up to you. But I think, oh, that's a tough knot. It doesn't want to come through. That's because it's not meant to, but anyway, we'll cut that off. Yeah, I'm going to do Mondays and then the Sewing Tuesday, And so Mondays and Thursdays are going to be junk journaling related, and then Tuesdays the stitch, and then the rest of the time I'll come on when I can, because the scheduling of 4 days is a lot. Because on top of that, I mean, to do a typical video, like, it was quite involved, the stitch one this week, so it took a couple of hours for me to prepare everything that I wanted to do and set up. Then we did the filming, which was, I don't know, about 40 minutes or so, 50 minutes. Then after that, David has to, he downloads it off the camera so he downloads it onto the computer. Then he has to do any editing, which we try not to do too much editing, you know, what I say is what I say. And then when he's edited it, then it has to be uploaded. Then when that's happened, it then has to have all the writing put in, all the hashtags, the algorithm stuff. Then it has to be converted to YouTube. And sometimes that can take an hour, depends how busy it is, but sometimes that can be an hour, hour and a half. And then, you know, then you can publish it to YouTube. So to do all of that for that sewing video, and I wanted you to see that technique, and I know that was quite a complex one, but that was a day's work, a full day's work for 2 people. Because I then carry on and do other stuff. And the carrying on and doing other stuff, I always love it when people comment. If the same few of you didn't comment, I don't know where I'd be, to be honest. And I answer everybody. I can fully appreciate that when people get very successful and they get 10s and 20s, 1,000 or whatever, you understand that they can't answer everyone, but they can acknowledge. You know, they acknowledge, even if it's just putting a heart on there. What else have we got in here? Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty piece. Yeah, I'm going to have that. Now, I don't want them roses to be lost. So, actual fact, I'm only going to do one little. No, I might do 2 there. Okay. Yes, where was I? So you know, you're commenting, and don't forget I've got 2 channels, and there's about 100 for my and I know it's been going longer, but for my booktube I generally get about 100 each video watching, and I'm happy with that, because I'm thinking, right, I've put all those hours in, and not as many as I do with the craft, but I've put all those hours in, and I'm glad that there's 100 people. I'm nearly 1,000 subscribers, but there's about 100 watch regularly, and I'm happy with that. You think, well, that's worth the hard work. I don't get any money because you have to have 1,000 subscribers now to be monetized, and you have to then have 4,000 watching hours as well. So even if you reach 1,000 subscribers very quickly now, on top of that, you know, they keep raising the goalpost. You've got to have 1,000 subscribers and 40 hours. 40 hours watch time, which you think isn't a lot, but it's surprising. So that's fair enough. But I think, so I acknowledge that. But I think what has really got me down, and I'm sorry for moaning, you have to, you know, you never hear me complaining. But it's got to be, and I'll have to be honest, I felt like packing it in this week. I really have. Because, you know, took 2 of us a full day to put out that content for that sewing video on Tuesday. And I don't know, it's probably only got 30 odd views now. You know, 24 hours later, and I think it had got 30 views, and I'm grateful to those of you that have watched it. But you know, I'm sure you'd think, is that worth it? 2 days free work, we don't get anything else done, for 30 people to enjoy it. And I'm pleased that I've got the few lovely people, you know, that do comment regularly. they're fast becoming really close friends of ours. But it's fast taking over our day. And you see, the other side of what you have to do to build your channel, you have to get known. And so to get known and to network and to be you know, to build up your following. A lot of the bigger crafters have their own Facebook groups, and so you join a few of those. And guys, I can't keep up with it all. I really can't, because they really, you know, to keep up with it, you've got to be posting on there every day. You've got to be on there every day commenting. You've got to be on there really encouraging other people that comment, to give others, you know, new crafters or anybody some encouragement. So you're there, you know, and then they like you to be on there welcoming new members. So you know, that is hard work, but you make new friends doing that, which is the plus side. But it's a lot of hours on top of everything I've already described. And I'm a member, I'm a member of Tracy Fox, her Love Junk Journaling group. I am a member of Artie May's Facebook group. I am a member of GCUR, so Happiness in Crafting. I'm a member of lovely Penny Souther in the States. I'm a member of her group. I am a member of Poppiness because of lovely Susan Taylor Brown. And I am a member of Sweet Pea Papers because they promote new channels, and so on and so on. And before you know where you are, you can be spending 2 or 3 hours. If I just can't do it, but you really need to be able to, you know, keep pace with the groups, to make new friends, to promote your channel, because really, you know, you do a lot of PR work on your channel. You need at least 3 or 4 hours in a day just to do the you know, the Facebook stuff, not forgetting Instagram. And David and I do appreciate, you know, I know you guys are great. You say thank you for all the hard work you and David put in. We do appreciate that. And thank you, you know, for those of you that have said that. We are putting all those hours in. And I think that's why it got me down, because we're putting all those hours in. We're doing all those things. We're able to do it because we're in lockdown and we have nothing else to do. We've nowhere to go visit and we've nothing else to do apart from take Nelson out for a couple of hours. But then when, you know, I've lost a lot of subscribers this last fortnight. I know it's made up with you new guys, so thank you. And I promise you, I don't moan all the time. It's just got to me this week. And some nasty comments. And yeah, if you're thick-skinned and you think blow it. But I'm not thick-skinned, I'll be honest. You know, I'm quite a sensitive soul, and so is David. I think we've had to be in the professions that we've been in. And it does upset you. It does upset you. And it does upset you when you think, I've got 500 new subscribers that have only been with me 4 or 5 months. And out of those, there's 30 that want to watch my content. So am I putting the wrong content out, or what am I doing wrong? You know, they like something in the first place to subscribe, but don't want to watch my videos. And it's very disheartening, guys. Sorry, I'm very disheartened with it all, because we must be putting in 40 hours each, 80 hours to produce all this. And we've got to feel that it's worthwhile, you know. and as by what I've said, it's not financial. It's the fact that all these hours is, you know, we want to reach out to as many people as we can. So that's my moan, and well, it's not a moan, it's an honest chat, because I'm very good at not being, you know, I'm very good at putting on a bright face, and I'm used to it. You know, I've had loads of stuff in my life that have been difficult things to cope with, but in nursing, you go to work, you put a smile on your face, you forget what's happening in your personal life, and you know, you're there to make people better and to help them, and I'm very good at that after 40 years. But sometimes I think, you know, it's now time to be honest. We're going to cut down to, as I've said, that schedule as we've said, and we'll see how it goes, guys. I'm not going to just disappear and pack it in, but I've come that close this week. So sorry. So there's our ruffles. Just in that short time, don't they look gorgeous? I really like them. There's just something a bit different about mixing paper and fabric. Now these, the ones on the machine, I'll quickly cut off. You see, it's easier to just do them in a long string, and then you can have a leave them like you do with your snippet rolls and cut them off as you need. And it's surprising how you think, oh, I just could do with a nice mixed ruffle to go on that project. That one, like you've got the butterfly showing. These are all from, and I wanted to also show you that you will have small pieces left over from Rachel's slow stitch packs, but not necessarily no one know what to do with them. So I just thought this gave you a bit of a different take on it. And as you can see from these, you know, they just make lovely embellishments to the side of a page. So there we go, guys. It's nearly weekend yet again. Another week. Hoping for a better week next week. And as I say, it's always a tough week this week for my family. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. And have a lovely weekend. Have a safe weekend. And we'll see you Monday. Bye for now.